But, sorry to go off topic. Guys, if you don't know yet, we are filming on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
So we have just got this scoop, honey.
We are giving it exclusive, fresh off the press, man.
We literally found out maybe an hour ago.
Literally. On the way here is when I got this news and I said, yep, we know what we're talking about today.
Mm-hmm. And by the time this comes out, you should already know what we're talking about, honey.
Yeah.
The P Diddy verdict has come through.
Woo.
Let's read out what was said, shall we?
Yes.
Yeah, so they charged him with 5 different crimes. So I'll read out each crime and whether he was found guilty or not guilty. So, in terms of the charge of racketeering conspiracy, he was found not guilty. In terms of sex trafficking of Cassie Ventura, not guilty. Transportation for prostitution of Ventura and others, guilty. Sex trafficking of woman known as Jane, not guilty. And transportation for prostitution of Jane and others, guilty. So he was basically found guilty on 2 out of the 5 crimes that he was charged with. That's literally what we got an hour ago. So we haven't even had the time to see different people's reactions of the verdict. But now it's finally just come in and the case is, well, not over. We're waiting for sentencing, but the trial is now over.
Mm.
Now we can finally go into what you think.
Do you know what, yeah? There was a point when the trial first started and I thought, okay, cool, like he's on trial, all this is happening. But I think it's so weird as well because I literally said to my mum yesterday, because I saw something happen with one of like the jurors or something happened and I said to my mum, I was like, I think he's going to get away with it. And that's exactly what happened.
Mm-hmm.
It got to a point about maybe like 2 weeks ago when I was seeing certain updates and I was like, this man is going to get away with these crimes.
Yeah.
I'm so angry. And I'm more so angry for how, one, smug he's going to be, that he's got away with it. Mm-hmm. 2, there are a lot of pathetic individuals that feel so vindicated now. Yeah. And there's so many people that are going to start chatting shit. People have already started. Young Miami's already started. Boosie or whatever that waste man is has already started. There's going to be so many people that are going to be so vindicated and happy with this news. There's going to be so many people that are now going to have almost vim to continue doing all of these sick, twisted things. Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh, Diddy got away with it. Like, this has opened a can of worms. But someone made a good point and was like, so many people were involved in this that it was almost obvious that he was going to get away with it. Him going down would have opened so many ways for so many other people to be held accountable that it's almost like all those people have now been protected. I'm so angry for the victims. I'm so angry for Cassie. I'm just so angry. People just I'm so mad. Like, I'm spun.
I hear that.
The thing is, I knew he would get away with it, but I'm just so pissed off because of how vindicated so many people are going to be. And that's what's pissing me off.
Do you know what frustrates me is I know that people are going to take this as a win.
Yeah.
But it's not actually a win.
It's not a win.
He was still found guilty out of 2 out of the 5. Yeah. Yes, I understand that, like, the bigger cases like Rico and all of that, he was found not guilty. But I personally believe just because he was found not guilty of certain crimes doesn't mean he's an innocent man in general.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Like, with the stuff that was read, he still did a lot of this stuff that they said. Do you get what I mean? Forget even the freak-offs and that. Yes, it's not a crime to be a freaky nigga. Like, we get that. But it's the coercion of it all is what's the issue. For me, I was following it religiously for like, because I think it was on for like 8 weeks.
That feels like...
It went so quick.
Because I remember that when it first started, we spoke about it on the pod and we were like, we'll come back to it when it's done. And now it's already done. And I was like, right, that was quick.
It went so quick. So I was like proper on it. Like, every day I was getting updates. And then like the last week or 2, I was like, okay, like, they're wrapping up now. I'm not interested like that anymore. But from someone who's followed the case, I think the jury were fair in their judgment. But hear me out.
Okay, yeah.
I personally think that man is guilty, and everything that he's being accused of, I wholeheartedly believed he participated in those shits.
Mm-hmm.
However, I personally feel like the prosecution and the defense really didn't do a great job in proving his guilt. Like,
I've seen a lot of people say
yeah,
this,
like the prosecution didn't do that great of a job. Especially like the more it went on, the more you would see that, okay, but aside from witnesses, what do you have?
Right.
And then they gave us like a bit of hope where it was like, we have video footage of P Diddy doing one of these alleged crimes. So I said, yeah, we've got him. Just for it to be a Freecroft video. Like, and this is what I mean about, unfortunately, about laws. They don't go off of like feelings and but it's just purely facts. And even before this started, I had a feeling that I was worried that, are they going to bring enough evidence to really take him down? And I feel like they did okay, but they could have done better. Like, there wasn't really any evidence that was like, oh yeah, there's no way he's getting away with this. Because even with the witnesses, the defense, when they would cross-examine them, they would point out so many holes in most victim stories that it made the victims less credible.
Right.
So that's why I feel like they could have done a better job in prosecuting Diddy. So for the job that they did, I get why the jury came to that decision.